If your dog got hurt right now, would you be ready? Now today I'm going to show you the must-have items and a few of my go-to natural remedies that I have in our first aid kit so that you are never caught off guard. Now I started with a pre-made first aid kit because I really I wanted the case, and honestly it was cheaper than building it from scratch. While these do provide a solid foundation, they just might not include everything that's necessary. And so I recommend customizing it according to your particular needs. Now, we travel for agility trials often, so having a kit in our car is essential. So I'm going to show you what came in our kit to begin with. So we have these tongue suppressors, or they could be used as like mini splints. It comes with a little bit of tape, a digital thermometer, which if you didn't know, dog's temperature is between 101 and 102.5. It comes with some bandages, some gauze, a couple tourniquets in case, God forbid, your dog starts bleeding. It comes with a tiny pair of scissors, some tweezers, a tick remover, a syringe, an ice pack, and some sterile gloves. It also comes with a series of different bandages and some wipes for sting bites and cleaning, and an alcohol prep pad. So it came with all of this. It also came with self-adhesive bandages. Now, this is one of the items that we use most with our dogs because they seem to be prone to injuring their paw pads. So I ended up actually buying a whole 16 pack of this stuff because it was cheaper to buy a big box. So this self-adhesive pad is perfect for when your dog injures their paw pads or gets a cut or something that you need to wrap up. So you would take the gauze pads, put the gauze around it, and I can, you know what, I'm going to show this to you at the end of the video on how we do our paw pads for our dogs. The other thing that I have that's not in the kit is a tick tag remover of my own. This came in a pack of 3, so I have one in our kit, one on my keychain, and one inside the house. This is probably the most used item in our kit ever. I can't tell you how many ticks we have removed from the dogs over the years, and this last year was terrible. And this makes it really easy to remove. All right. The other thing you want that's not in the kit is a saline solution that will help clean out or flush out any wounds before you wrap it up. So you want to get all the dirt out of it and any germs and stuff like that. So that will help clean. And then another thing that I always have on hand is septic powder. So if you cut your dog's nails on your own and you end up trimming it a little too short, you probably know already that they will bleed like crazy. So having this on hand is a great thing just in case, right? We hope we don't need it, but just in case. All right, let's move on to a few of my top natural remedies. This French green clay was recommended to me by a holistic vet when one of our dogs had a rash or a wound. I can't remember which one it was. But the clay possesses antibacterial and antifungal properties, making it ideal for drying out moist wounds and soothing skin irritations. You just add a little bit of water to the powder and it makes a paste, and you would apply that to the wound. The next thing I always have on hand is a silver serum gel. It's a first aid gel that you can put on cuts or wounds. Another thing I like to have on hand is this T relief. It's a natural pain relief for dogs. If they get injured, it's a great option to give them for pain. Every dog parent has experienced a bout of diarrhea in their dog's lifetime. If you haven't yet, you will sometime soon. I love to have this native pet pumpkin powder on hand because I can make as little or as much as I need and not have to worry about wasting a whole can of it. Another thing to consider having is a muzzle. I know people relate this to aggressive dogs, but really every dog should be muzzle trained in case of an emergency. You just never know when you'll need it. Even the most docile dogs that are the most friendly, that you think will never bite, when they are in pain, everything changes. A bite is always possible at that point. The other thing we have that I love is the Assisi Loop. It's a great tool for muscle injuries and pain management. Another great thing to have on hand is paw balm. We use Musher Secret, but any brand will work. It helps with cracked or dry paw pads, especially during the winter. Activated charcoal is another item that is recommended for first aid kits. I do not have any, but I guess maybe I should add it to my list. It is something that can help if your dog ate something poisonous. You can't use it on your own, or I should say you shouldn't. You should always use it under the direction of your vet, or like the pet poison line might recommend that you use it. Now, if you like to travel with your dog, a portable case like this, or even a plastic bin or a Ziploc bag, is essential to have in your car. You don't necessarily need all of this, but it's always nice to have just in case. A few other things that you want to have with you is a portable water bowl, and then a slip lead in case you ever encounter a stray dog, or maybe you lose your leash, or just whatever, just in case of an emergency. These are nice to have. Slip leashes they're small and they just slip over the dog's neck, and that way you have a leash in case of an emergency. I can't go without saying poop bags. You never know when you're traveling if you stop, and the travel stations don't always have poop bags. So always have a pack of those in your car too. Now, if you want even more expert advice, I've compiled some first aid tips from veterinarians in a dedicated blog post. Be sure to check it out. The link is going to be in the description below. To make this process even easier for you, I have created a dog emergency printable. It includes 2 checklists, an emergency contacts page to put inside your kit or save it in your phone so you have quick access to it, and then steps to make an emergency plan for your dog. And as a bonus, I included pet alert stickers to print and display in your windows. As promised, I'm going to demonstrate how to wrap a dog's injured paw. First, you're going to take a gauze roll or a pad and gently wrap the injured area. And then grab your self-adhesive wrap, start wrapping a couple of inches above the paw pad, and then work your way down the paw. You're going to wrap it a few times around, but not too tight, but snug enough to stay in place. If needed, you can use the medical tape for extra security if it does seem to fall off. And that's it. Thank you, Wizard, for being a great model today. Now, I pray that you never have to use a first aid kit, but I want you to be prepared if it does happen, and so that you can stay calm for your dog. If you're anxious, your dog's going to pick up on that. And so in an emergency, it's important for you to stay strong for your dog so that they can stay calm themselves and that you can help them. I will leave links to all of these resources in the description below so that you can start building your first aid kit today. Thanks for joining me, and I will see you in the next video.